Yo, what is going on, everybody? If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're not new, you already know who it is. It's your boy, the Nature Boy. Woo! Back with another video for you guys here today. And we officially hit 200 subscribers on the channel. So I wanted to say a big thank you to all of you that have ever clicked on that subscribe button. To all of you that have ever clicked on a video to watch. To anyone that has given any of my videos a time of day. Thank you. And once we hit 200 subscribers, I wanted to do something special. I wanted to do a 200 subscriber special. And I figured what better thing to do than to go back to where it all started. And most of you would know most of my subscribers come from the One Piece Powerscaling subreddit on Reddit. And that's where it all began. And no matter how big this channel might grow in the future, at the end of the day, if that subreddit did not give me a chance, I would have never been able to start. So I want to give a big shout out to that subreddit, and today's video is going to be dedicated to you guys. So as you know, yesterday on the subreddit, I posted, comment down below on the subreddit your most interesting or most controversial takes, and I will read them right here on video and react to them and give you guys my opinion on them. So seems we got about 25 comments here. That's good. It's not too much, so this video is not going to be an hour long. But I'm going to address every single comment, and I'm going to shout out all of you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So Consistent Produce says, current Sabo is relative to Fujitora and Ryukugu. Well, first of all, let me upvote that. And to that I say yes. I say Sabo is absolutely relative to Fujitora and Ryukugu, because I think it's at the point where you can debate he's even above them or below them. He's on that level because we even saw in the revolutionary invasion into the Holy Land, it was him and pretty much a bunch of, I don't want to say fodder, but a bunch of guys who weren't on that level, and they were able to fight off the admirals and get what they want and leave. So if those guys are far behind the admirals, then Sabo has to be relative to the admirals. It's either that or you think they are all a lot stronger than they are. I think it's Sabo. I think Sabo is relative to the admirals, and he's going to be pushed to be relative to the Yonko very soon. So yes, Consistent Produce, I do agree with that. Gator, my man Gator. Gator6 says, Sanji is bigger than Cat, is bigger than King, is bigger than Marco. No, sorry, he says Sanji is bigger than Katakuri, King, and Marco. I'm sorry, bro, I gotta give you your L. I gotta give you your L, bro. There's too much Sanji wank here. I would say Sanji beats Katakuri, and I would say King and Marco both beat Sanji. I would say Marco mid to high diff Sanji, to be honest. But that's me. But he definitely does not beat Marco. And I highly doubt he beats King. So I'll give you an upvote anyways. And Potato Mozzarella says, Crocodile, Boa, and Lucci are all first Yonko Commander levels. Seems like an interesting topic for a video. Thanks, bro. And Crocodile, Boa, and Lucci are all first Yonko Commander. Well, personally, I think Crocodile and Boa, and I know this is controversial, but I think Crocodile and Boa are stronger than Zoro, Kid, Law, Yamato. So I think they were a lot stronger than the first commanders, like King and people like that. King, Katakuri, and whatnot. As for Lucci, I think Lucci's fodder, bro. I'm sorry. I think Lucci is probably just below Jinbei right now, between Jinbei and Frankie. That's where I put Lucci. I never think highly of Lucci. Maybe it's just me. I just don't think he's going to return to the story in the same hype fashion that Crocodile did. Because Crocodile was set up to return like that. I've been saying it for years. Crocodile would return to epic fashion. Anyways, Roronoa Zoro Badass says, Mihawk, Shanks, and Kaido are all bigger than Prime Beard, Roger, and Garp. I'm assuming he means in a 3v3, but even if it's a 3v3, I'm going to have to strongly disagree here. Strongly. The only person I would say is even stronger than any of these guys, Prime Beard, Roger, or Garp, is Shanks. And even then, I still feel weird saying that. Like, I'm not 100% sure. But as for Mihawk and Kaido, I don't think they're hanging with them. No. So I'm gonna have to disagree with that. But it's not a terrible take. Vegito-DA says Garp. Hold on, what did I click here? Vegito/DA says Garp with buff fruit may beat two Yonko simultaneously. I don't think Garp with a buff fruit would do anything. I think Garp is already so strong that to have a buff fruit is like, I already think Garp can lift up mountains. I mean, he was throwing massive cannonballs faster than the speed in which cannonballs are already shot. So is a buff fruit going to do anything for him, really? I don't think so. I think something like a quake fruit or a magma fruit coated onto his fists, now that would be a sick devil fruit for Garp. And then he might be able to fight two Yonkos simultaneously. So for this, I'm going to have to disagree. Godzilla Freak 66 says Davy Jones top one all time. According to the folklore surrounding Davy Jones' locker, he is either cursed by the devil or the devil of the seas himself. Within One Piece, Davy is highly revered and is spoken of like a higher power. I believe that this is because he is the will of D, the creature of the devil fruits and the reason for their cause, as well as the strongest characters in the series. My man Godzilla dropped a whole theory in here. I'll be honest, I don't even remember Davy Jones being mentioned in One Piece, not once. Maybe was it in the Foxy arc? The Davy, not the Davy back fight. Yeah. The Davy back fight. Okay. So the Davy back fight. But aside from that, I don't remember him ever being mentioned. So I can't agree or disagree with this. This caught me off guard. This absolutely caught me off guard. I would just say it's an interesting theory. Very interesting theory. And I have my own very interesting theory that I'm working on right now that will come out very, very soon. By the time this video comes out, it'll probably come out a week, at the most 2 weeks after. So stay tuned for that. Huge theory. Anyways, Throwaway and Pointless says, Pacifista power scaling probably isn't canon in Oda's head. Power scalers assume it is because they overestimate how much he cares about consistency. Wait, Pacifista power scaling probably isn't canon in Oda's head. Power scalers assume it is because they overestimate how much he cares about consistency. A rear admiral beating up Gotti, who is definitely headlining a level, is proof of this. Pacifista power scaling is using Luffy one-shotting Pacifista as proof that any New World named character can stomp pre-time skip characters. Okay, I've never heard of that term before, but if that's what Pacifista power scaling refers to, then I don't agree with that at all. So I'm with you. I don't agree because Pacifista has proof that any New World named character can stomp pre-time skip characters. No, because for example, Enel. I think Enel beats a lot of people in the New World. Well, first of all, there's guys like Caesar who lose to like everyone that Luffy fought. Caesar loses to Mr. One. But take away Caesar. Let's talk about actual real fighters. I think, for example, Enel can beat Virgo. Probably relatively easily, too. It's a matter of... And I know Virgo has Haki. He coated his whole body with Haki. But Enel's Devil Fruit was so OP, man. It's just that he faced the worst counter. And I think a really good proof that Pacifista power scaling does not work is Crocodile's performance at Marine 4. And that's how we know that just because someone was beaten early on in the series by Luffy, they can come back without being hinted at getting any stronger and be shown to be stronger than Luffy when both characters are fighting others in the series. So in Marine 4, Crocodile had not gotten any stronger than he was in Alabasta when he lost to Luffy, but it was very clear that amongst the rest of the world, he was stronger than Luffy. He could beat more people in Marine 4 than Luffy could. So yeah, I agree. Pacifista power scaling, or whatever that's called, it's a no for me. Okay, Murdoch says, in Ready to Die with these takes, gives a little salute. 1. Akainu is stronger than Kaido. He will fight Luffy and be the strongest we've seen so far. 2. Blackbeard will be the second strongest of all time, just under Monkey D. Goat Luffy. You know what? I think Blackbeard will be 3rd or 4th. Probably 4th. I think Zoro is definitely going to be 2. And 3 is between Blackbeard and Kobe. But those are the top 4 all time by the end of the series for me. Probably Blackbeard at 3. But there's no way in hell Blackbeard will be stronger than Zoro. Zoro's goal is to be the strongest. 3. Kid and Law aren't Luffy's rivals. They are the glorified sidekicks. Absolutely agree. That's pretty much a fact at this point. 4. Blackbeard has Conqueror's Haki and will showcase advanced Conqueror's Haki along with godly Haki to rival Shanks when he battles Luffy. I disagree. I think Blackbeard specializing in Devil Fruits, and if the theory that a lot of people have comes true that he does get a 3rd Devil Fruit and it's an OP Zoan Fruit, I think he does not need advanced Conqueror's Haki. I don't think he needs Conqueror's Haki. I like the idea that Blackbeard is a fraud D and he's not actually a D, and he doesn't have Conqueror's Haki. Not that the two are mutually exclusive, but I like the idea of it being Devil Fruit versus Haki. So it'll be all of Blackbeard's Devil Fruits versus all of Luffy's advanced forms of Haki. I like that idea. I definitely don't think Blackbeard will have advanced Conqueror's Haki. 5. Shanks will be killed by Blackbeard in an upcoming battle. Yes. I 100% agree with this. I've always bought into this theory. You know Shanks is my guy, but the story has always pointed in this direction, so there's no avoiding it. 6. Luffy is stronger than Shanks, Mihawk, Kaido, and Big Mom. For me, I would say Big Mom. Mihawk and Kaido is like those three. I have like Luffy, Kaido, and Mihawk. I have like, but who is the strongest of those three? I would say Luffy. I would say Luffy, Mihawk, Kaido. But Luffy and Mihawk keep switching, and Mihawk and Kaido keep switching. But Luffy, Mihawk, Kaido. Shanks, nope, absolutely not. It would make no sense in my humble opinion. It would make no sense whatsoever if Luffy right now in the story is stronger than Shanks. I actually believe Shanks is significantly stronger than Luffy right now. But that's just me. Coca Pepsi Pepper says, Prime Whitebeard solos any combination of 3 admirals, without Sengoku, of course. I agree with that. I think Prime Whitebeard beats... So let's say Akainu, Aokiji, and Kizaru. I think we can all agree that would be the strongest combination of 3 admirals. I think Prime Whitebeard beats them. But I do think it's a very, very close fight. And I know a lot of people will disagree with that. But good on you. I definitely agree with that. Shanks is bigger than Blackbeard, is bigger than Luffy, is bigger than Kaido. You know what? If you remove Blackbeard, I would agree with it. And since Blackbeard is such a hard guy to scale, we have no idea where he stands right now. He could be the bottom of that list. He could be at the start. So, by all means, I'll go ahead and give that to you. 1_Piece_Geo_D_Usopp. One Piece God Usopp says, Roger is not top 5 ever. Let me just pause there for a second. Roger, the king of the pirates, is not top 5 of all time. By end of series... Oh, okay. Wait, no. By end of series, he could very well be out of the top 10. Majorly disagree with that. I cannot possibly disagree with that anymore. I would say this is the worst take so far in the comment section. So congratulations, bro. You got the worst take. And he continues. Hancock, Crocodile, and Moria are bigger than first Yonko commanders, including Zoro. Take Moria's fodder ass that got one-shotted by Shiryu out of this, and I would give you a huge W here. Hancock and Crocodile, I would say, are stronger than Zoro, and you know me, I love Zoro. Practically a Zoro-tard, but I think Hancock and Crocodile are above all these Yonko Commander level people and closer to the Admirals. But Moria, I don't even think Moria is stronger than Frankie. I think Frankie beats Moria. Burrow, my boy, my man, Burrow822 says, Dragon is weaker than the current Blackbeard. I heavily disagree. He says, Aokiji is stronger than Prime Rayleigh. Disagree even more so than the last one. Shanks is the strongest hockey user of all time. Take this W, my guy. Take this W. Kaido is stronger than Prime Whitebeard. Take this L. You know what? Give him back that W. Give it back. Kid and Law are slightly stronger than Sabo, Yamato, and Zoro. I think they're weaker than all 3 of those. I think it's Law and Kid. And then just above them is Zoro and Yamato. And then Sabo's on a different level than all 4. I don't even compare Sabo to those 4, to be honest. I think Sabo is as close to Luffy than he is to Zoro. He's like right in between them, if anything. I think Sabo is pretty much as strong as Kizaru and Aokiji. End of series Yamato is stronger than end of series Zoro's is stronger than end of series Sanji. Nope, absolutely not. I don't understand why people think random characters are going to be stronger than Zoro at the end of the series when his whole goal... He's the second main character of the story, and his whole goal is to be the strongest swordsman, which is the only person who's trying to be the strongest of anything. So aside from Luffy, because he's obviously the main character, and sure, you could debate Blackbeard, but why does Yamato? I don't even think Yamato will even be relative to Sanji. But, okay. Mihawk is bigger than Ryuma. Absolutely agreed. I think if Mihawk was in ancient times, he would be talked about even higher than Ryuma. The Admirals are closer to the Yonko and the Yonko-tards want. Wait, the Admirals are closer to the Yonko than the Yonko-tards want, but not close enough that the Admiral-tards would like. I disagree. I think most people put the Admirals... I don't think it should be a conversation. I don't think Admirals versus Yonko was ever even intended by Oda to be a conversation. I think people just took the Admirals and went to outer space with it. I don't know why. I'm reading the same story they're reading. I'm seeing the same feats they're seeing, and I don't understand. To me, it was portrayed that the Admirals were supposed to be comparable to the Yonko commanders. Now, with what happened with Green Bull, there's debates there, but I get it. The portrayal is trying to tell us that Admirals are way stronger than the Yonko commanders. Fine, we can take that. But are they close to Yonko? No, because right after that, Green Bull admits that he's scared of Kaido, and then he runs away from Shanks. So I think Green Bull pretty much told us that they are clearly above the Yonko commander and clearly below the Yonko. So that's my thought on it. That's it. I hope I'm not too late. I just saw the post. You're not too late, man. You made it. Good job. Warco. First of all, Warco Agenda, the best name here. Let me just comment that right now. Best name on this sub. Goated. Boom. So Warco Agenda says, mine is Warco, doesn't actually have trash AP. Let me just translate this. So his is Marco doesn't have bad attack potency, and we don't know where his attack potency stands. All we know that it's not enough to damage Defense King, which isn't saying much. I made a post on this. Please respect. Brother, you do not have to tell me to respect Marco. Trust me, I know. People downplay the crap out of him. People downplay his attack potency. He was dealing damage to admirals in Marineford, and these are Logia admirals, but people want to act like he can't do damage. Comparing him to a Defense King, scaling him off of a Defense King is not fair whatsoever, because even Zoro wasn't doing shit to a Defense King until he had his Advanced Conquerors Hockey mastered. So I 100% agree with you, Marco Agenda. Good job. Destroyer348 says Akainu and Blackbeard top 2. Let me just go ahead and downvote that real quick. Penguin 1 Ninja says, as a whole, I want to see you do an end of series prediction. You mean like an end of series, how strong everyone is? 1 Luffy, 2 Zoro, 3 Blackbeard, 4 Kobe, 5 Kid. This is just this generation. If I'm mixing it up with the old gen as well, then I already missed some people. I would say Luffy, Zoro, Blackbeard, and then like the Shankses, the Rogers, the Whitebeards, all of those guys, Rocks, like the top guys, Prime Garp. Or no, I would put those 4. So Shanks, Rocks, Whitebeard, and Roger would come after Luffy, Zoro, and Blackbeard. It would be those 4, and then it would be Kobe, and then it'll be Prime Garp, and then it'll be Kobe, and then it'll be Prime Kid, and then it'll be Garp, and then it'll be everyone else. Something along those lines. Polar IX1X says, end of series Sabo, top 4 of all time. I forgot about Sabo, actually. I was just saying my predictions. And yeah, I think end of series Sabo will be just under Kid. So probably around 7, 8, no, actually maybe 10. 10 all time. Probably at like 10. Up to, I can never pronounce his name. APTOHHH. We know who he is. Number 1, Shiryu is bigger than Aokiji. Wrong. Just wrong. That's practically a fact. It's just wrong. I don't understand what this meme is. 2, Kid and Law, low diff Yonko Commander, first Yonko Commander 1s, and mid diff Zoro. You must be trolling at this point. I'm just gonna... No. That's just no. Absolutely not. 3, Blackbeard is the strongest alive. No. Even worse. 4, Kaido is the strongest of all time. Kaido is alive. Or maybe. Anyways, all of those are terribly wrong. So, huge L for you. The usual, Shiryu says Shanks is bigger than Roger. Absolutely 100,000% agree. There's a few people who believe this. I know it's a small amount, but stick with it, guys. I'm telling you, Shanks is going to be revealed to be that guy. He is that guy. Roger is dead, and Kaido is already telling us about the levels of hockey that needs to come. So Roger ain't gonna show us that. Whitebeard ain't gonna show us that. It's gonna be Shanks. If you think Luffy is gonna surpass Shanks, then why don't you think Shanks surpassed Roger? That's all I'm saying. So upvote, Shiryu gets that W. Peanut Punk 2 says it's not impossible that Beckman is bigger than Kaido. Oh man. You know what? We'll take it. Beckman versus Kaido. We'll take it. Splitting the skies. I'll tell you that. Beckman versus Kaido is splitting the skies. Big W. King Bubs 4 says Kuzan is the most underrated top tier. He's virtually equal to Sakazuki, and I have Sakazuki as the strongest character at the moment. Therefore, Kuzan is number 2 ahead of Shanks and Blackbeard. You see, so your issue here is not that Kuzan is not relative to Sakazuki. He is. Your issue here is you're overrating the hell out of Sakazuki. And That's why. So if you think Kazan is number 2, your issue is Sakazuki shouldn't be number 1. Sakazuki should be like 6, and Kazan should be like 9. And that's relative, because once you get to the top 10, it's really, really close. So I gotta disagree with that, man. I gotta disagree with that. Can you explain the 1996 in your name? That's the year I was born. I was born in 1996. Awkward Rate 3435 says Wido strongest of all time. Kaido stronger than Prime Whitebeard, stronger than Roger, stronger than Shanks, stronger than Rock, stronger than Prime Garb. I gotta say no. At least for those names I just mentioned, I would say he's definitely below. Anyone else, now we can get into a debate. That's for me, at least personally. And last but not least, we got Suspicious Victory 8. Akainu will fight Luffy and will be the strongest character we have ever seen in action by the time they fight. My man, all I'm gonna say is either lower your expectations or prepare yourself for disappointment. It's one or the other. Pick one. Pick one. That's all I'm saying. So that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big 200 subscriber special. Want to give a shout out to the Powerscaling subreddit that made this possible in the first place. Thank you guys for watching again. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later this week with another banger video. Until next time, guys, I'm out.